Yeah. Yeah. It's Tuesday, Rock Family Live, 7 p.m. Everybody move. Let's go. I said a journey, yippee-ki-yay in the spot. Lavender shining, Hawkeyes bring in the hot. Chris and Flower, Daisy Gale, and Natasha too. Deb C, Rhonda Balls and Buzz. Let's groove. Black Opal Beach, baby Leroy on the floor. Gracie Eagle, Stars and Stripes, give me more. Nona delightfully chaotic, Jezebel Witch in the house. Girly girl, Mark, Rick, Stacy, scream out loud. Jay Thomas, Robin, Holly, Jane, Noel, and Line. KS Robo 620, Country Boy feeling fine. Anthony and Sherry bringing heat tonight. Rock Family Tuesday live, everything's right. We got a Rock Family in the live tonight. Hey! We got a Rock Family in the live tonight. Hey! Clap your hands, stomp your feet, move side to side. Rock Family Tuesday live, let's ride. Journey, yippee-ki-yay, Lavender, Hawkeyes, Chris, Flower, Daisy Gale, Natasha, rise. Deb C, Rhonda Balls and Buds, Black Opal Beach, baby Leroy, Gracie, Eagle Global, Nona delightfully chaotic, Jezebel Witch, Girly Girl, Mark, Rick, Stacy, don't switch. Jay Thomas, Robin, Holly, Jane, Noel in the groove. KS Robo 620, Country Boy, let's move. Anthony, Sherry, give me some noise. Rock Family, we celebrate our joys. Dance, spin, stomp, wave your hands. Rock Family Tuesday live, best in the land. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Stomp your feet, jump high. All right, hands in the air, spin around. Rock Family on the town. Rock Family, shout your name, let's go. Rock Family. Rock Family. Hey, Journey, yippee-ki-yay, Lavender, Hawkeye, Chris, Flower, Daisy, Gail, Natasha. Let's go, let's go. Rock Family. Hey, woo. Rock Family. Woo, woo. Let's go. Rock Family. Woo. Hey, Chris, Flower, Daisy, Gail, Natasha, MC, Rhonda Balls and Bud, Pack, Opal Beach, baby Leroy, Gracie, Eagle, Stars and Stripes, Nona delightfully chaotic, Jezebel Witch, Girly Girl, Mark, Rick, Stacy, Jay Thomas, Robin, Holly, Jay, Noel, Jay Thomas, Stamadetta, Noel, Jay Thomas, 620 Country Boy, Anthony, Sherry, all together. This is Tuesday Live. This is Tuesday Live. This is Tuesday Live. Slow and proud finale. This is Tuesday Live. Rock Family. This is strong. Rock Family. Strong. Rock Family forever. Rock Family. Rock Family forever.
All right, how's everybody doing? Doing. Let's see here. All right. Oh, hopefully you guys are staying away from the flu. The flu is a lot. Yes, I got a basketball game to watch at 8, guys. So, great 2026 to the Rock Family. Back at you. Let's see here. We got Girly Girl in the house. Hawkeyes is in the house. Deb C is in the house. Justin is in the house. Jay Thomas from Greeley, Colorado. Journey from Rock's basement. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Who else? We've got yippee-ki-yay. And whoever else is in the back watching. Bladison 100. It's good to see everyone again. Okay, I'm going to say this one time. No, I'm not going to do a panel. So, just don't have time to do a panel, and you always have your mic on. And you're watching TV anyway. Good to see Beach Baby in the house. Jezebel Witch, question, do you still feel the same way after we got more information on Maduro? Listen, so, yes, I think he was a bad guy, okay? But I also feel like when we went to Iraq, we lost a lot of soldiers. I feel like that was a fight that we shouldn't, a war we shouldn't have been in. So I'm against the wars, especially the unneeded wars. Do I feel like that could cause a war? I do. I know Russia's not happy, China's not happy, and I have a problem with sending our soldiers over to war. That's where I'm at on that. I'm not going to say it was completely wrong, but it just seems like, in my opinion, that Trump was after the oil. We're after the oil. But, hey, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not always right. You know that. Not always right, that's for sure. So I have my own feelings on it. Rick has his own feelings on it, and we do not agree. So I just, again, I'm not all about the war unless we have to do a war. And so, um, seems like we've upset United Nations. We've upset a lot of people. And were we doing it because drugs were coming into our country? Well, we started blowing up their ships that was delivering the drugs, right? Okay. Then we started confiscating their ships that had oil, not drugs, the oil. And now we took over their country for what I feel is oil. If we're so upset about his drugs, we all know and can agree that more drugs come through Mexico than anywhere. So why aren't we doing something about that? That's where your fentanyl's coming from. Everything's coming through Mexico. I didn't say you're not welcome on panel. I'm not going to keep saying this, Justin. I'm just not doing a panel tonight, okay? Get me off track here. So, back to the flu. I know the flu's going around. Hey, hey, no, no, Mama Lou. I do want to tell you guys, I follow a guy on TikTok that's been a pharmacist for 17 years. He's got a lot of good stuff on there. But there is such a thing called iodine nasal spray. And with that said, uh, it could help you from getting the flu. And you can buy it at your local Walmart. Let's see if I can find a picture. You've got it. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Um, Let me see if I can just find him and show you guys a little bit of what his TikTok has on it because he's got a lot of good stuff. My daughter can buy tonight. Brandy and the kids. I made both the babies cry just by talking to them. I don't know what the deal was, but they cried. But anyway, I was telling her about it, and I told her to go follow his page because he's got some really good stuff on his page. Let's see if I can pull it up and show you guys what I'm talking about. I should have been ready, but I was busy talking. Sorry. Sometimes I get busy talking and I just didn't get ready. Let me find this and I'll pull him up. Okay. At RHP Reviews. Okay. Yep, this is him. Okay. Let me share with you. Hey, Eagle Stars and Stripes. Good to see you. Share screen. Alrighty. Okay, so what we got here, this guy, this is his channel, RHP Reviews. Let me find the part where he also makes a cough medicine that I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to get the stuff and try it. Let's see, how do I move this down? There we go. Can't afford to get sick. It's all over the place. Let's just do this one real quick. Okay, we are talking about the flu and different things. I want to show you guys. He's got this iodine nasal mist that you can get at Walmart. I want to find it on here so I can show it to you. But it's really good, he says. I have not tried it yet, so he's got so much on here. Oh, hello. Listen, I'm still new at this TikTok stuff, so let me just go back up here. Let me just pull up his channel. All right, let's do it this way. Listen, and it seems like this flu's taking people down for 16 days or so. Oh, is it not playing? Hold on. Hold on. Is it not playing for you guys? It is not playing for you guys. Okay. My bad. My bad. What the heck? Let's see if this brings it up. For some reason, I was watching it, but you wasn't getting to watch it. Okay. Yeah, Journey's car wouldn't start. I don't know what the deal is. We jumped it. And Rhonda, if you're watching, you took my battery jumper too. I need that back. Need it back. Okay, here we go.
Now to flu cases. They're skyrocketing across the country. The CDC releasing some new numbers. And
I didn't have to see the news to know what's going on because unfortunately I've been a pharmacist for over 17 years and I know what I'm talking about. And them calling it a super flu this year is actually accurate. Giving Tamiflu in record numbers with whole families coming in sick. In my 17 years, I have not seen it this bad. You guys need to do everything you can to prevent yourself from getting this. The one thing that I carry all around so I don't get sick is a Nazamine iodine nasal spray. It's iodine mixed with fulvic acid, 2 sprays into each nostril 4 times a day. Kills 99% of germs in about 90 seconds. Being around all these sick patients all the time, I spray this constantly, but I don't bring this home to my family. Now everyone's asking where to get this. I'm gonna leave the link right here. You can get it other places, but only TikTok Shop has the fast 3-day shipping. I grab it now to protect yourself.
now to flu cases. They're
Okay.
skyrocketing across
So there
the
was
country.
that one.
The CDC releasing.
There was that one. And there was one where he made some cough medicine. It was pretty crazy.
Now to flu cases.
Let
They're
me see if I can
skyrocketing
get
across
to,
the
back to his page. There we go. Let me see if I can find where he made cough medicine. Let's see if this is it.
This is the best thing to get for your cough. And I know because I've been a pharmacist for over 17 years and I know what I'm talking about. This is probably my most requested question that I get asked every single day. What can I take to stop my cough? A cough that's nagging, that's lasting way longer than it should, that's popped out a rib, that's making everyone stare at me as if I'm sick, even though I'm not, and the cough that's keeping me up all night. And to be honest, I was actually kind of reluctant to even start on this topic because some of the treatments do involve narcotics. But I'm going to give you the top ones that I've seen in practice so that you can talk to your doctor about it. And I'm going to go from
Hold
level
on,
1 all the way to level 10. From over the
Hold on.
counter.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the one where he made his own cough medicine. That was pretty cool. And he used Ambisol too. It was, oh man, this goes so fast on TikTok when I'm trying to flick it back and forth here. I went through and I probably watched all of his TikToks. Let's see here. I'm trying to find the one where he made the cough medicine. He's just got so much. But if you went to the store, you know this stuff is not cheap. And he tells you how to make cough medicine for under $10. If I can find it now. Of course, I can't find it. Lordy, 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 lordy. Well, anyway, you guys see how he's got so much stuff. Really wanted to find the one where he made the cough medicine. You didn't get up till late, Justified? That's okay. Ask Journey what time she got up. She didn't get up till late either, which didn't matter. I was upstairs cooking. We had pork chops with pineapple on top of it. We had fried okra. Hawkeyes, she had the fried okra today. Potatoes, gravy. It was good. It was good. That's right. The farm animals won't give you the flu. Listen, it seems like kids is what's giving the flu. Okay. Every time I try to move my computer just a little bit, it just goes quick. Oh, and first 48 hours dropped a couple of new videos too. And there was one on Oklahoma. It's pretty interesting. Let's see this one. I don't think this was the one.
This is the best thing to get for a kid's cough. I've been a pharmacist for over 17 years, so I know what I'm talking about. I previously made a video on how to help with coughs over the counter for adults, but this is a kid's version. And today I have a helpful assistant. So for kids under 6 years old, there's really not too much in terms of cough suppressant, but an antihistamine will help dry up that postnasal drip, and a lot of times that'll help with the cough. So I like to recommend Zyrtec or the generic cetirizine. Also for the 2-year-olds, don't forget on this old school medication, Vicks VapoRub. The menthol mist will actually help your kids with that cough. Now, if your kid is over 6 years old, this is what I would recommend. Dimetapp, cough and cold. Of course, you can get the generic brand, but basically this has brompheniramine and antihistamine to help dry up that postnasal drip, and dextromethorphan, a cough suppressant, that helps stop that cough. Just be aware that brompheniramine can make your daughter a little sleepy. This is the best thing to get for a kid's cough. I've been a pharmacist for over 17 years, so I know what I'm talking
Find the
about.
one where he made the cough medicine. I'm trying to look on my phone. It's pretty interesting. I might have to show you this next time because I don't see it. Let's see here. Oh, I found it. Okay. Let's see if I can find it to where I can show you, though. He did it 4 days ago. He posts so much stuff. He posts so much stuff. He also says you should sleep with Vicks on your feet with socks on. Just saying. Okay. Let's try this. At our pH reviews. Well, this ain't it either. This is somebody else. That's okay. We'll just pull it up. I'll pull it up this way. Stan the Man is what this is. Sore throat. Okay. Here we go.
So currently my wife has a sore throat for being sick. Show you what you can do. You're gonna head to your local pharmacy. Now I actually showed you guys about this before in an earlier video. It's called Magic Mouthwash. But before I tell you how to make it, I gotta get one thing out of the way. I've been a pharmacist for over 17 years. I know what I'm talking about. Here are these 3 ingredients. Mylanta or Maalox, the generic. Ambisol, Children's, Benadryl. It should cost you less than $20. Let's go home and mix it up. 30 milliliters of generic Mylanta, 30 milliliters of Benadryl, 12 milliliters of the Ambisol. If it's free from your local pharmacy, get it. If not, you just grab one of these travel size bottles. And that's it. This is the at-home Magic Mouthwash. Typically, this is prescription, but this will save you a ton of money because I think they charge like almost $100. 5 milliliters to my wife, coat her throat so that she doesn't have more pain. So currently my wife has a sore throat for being sick.
I don't know how to share his link. Let's see if I can share it this way. Why is it not get? Oh, here. No. Copy link. Hold on. Copy link. Okay. There we go. There we go. If you have TikTok. There's the link if you have TikTok. Okay. So Nana, Mama Lou. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let's see here. First off, let me see if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Nona Lou, M. Lou, I have this recipe: honey, lemon juice, water, grated ginger. Heat till just about to boil, but don't boil it. Remove from heat, cover when room temperature, seal an airtight container, and refrigerate. Worth a try. Hey, Stacy, how you doing, sis? Elderberry and honey. There you go. Yeah, Vicks is a good thing, for sure. For sure. Justified says, I haven't cooked in several days. I've been working outside until dark. You're tired. It's been nice. Today it was 68. Well, are you a pharmacist, Nona Manlu? That came from a pharmacist of 17 years. So I think I'm going to listen to him. Just saying. You don't have to do it. Now the mouthwash. That's right. Elderberry. I know you do. I know you do. I wouldn't think that a pharmacist of 17 years would tell you to do it if you couldn't do it. So that's where I'm at with that. I just know that the flu's going around. I'm doing good. I'm staying away from all the kids because I don't want to get sick. I do not want to get sick. Too many people right now has got the flu, and they're saying it's like 16 days. And all these kids are going back to school, so be careful. I would go and honestly, I'd go and get the iodine spray, and that's what I'd use because he says it works to keep you from getting sick. So, exactly. Justified, I put Vicks on my chest to help me open up chest. Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Like I said, I can't imagine that a pharmacist would be recommending something that you shouldn't do, but that's my opinion with it. Your 2 grandbabies got it, and my mother, they said it's bad. Yeah. I mean, it's all over the place. Everybody's getting it. For sure, everybody's getting it. And where do you think you get it? Mostly from the kids. Mostly from the kids.
Yeah, guys, and we know this is top of mind for many parents as those kiddos are heading back to class. Local doctors say if your kid is sick, keep them home to prevent the spread.
It just kept taking each of us out in the family. We were home for about 10 days because someone just kept getting it.
Flu cases in Oklahoma on the upswing. The latest data showing more than 1,200 positive tests, and families like Summers feeling every bit of it.
Christmas Eve, my 3-month,
I'm going to listen to
my
the pharmacist.
3-year-old took a nap and he woke up with 102 fever. So we rushed him to the urgent care because everything was closing. And then this one got it 4 or 5 days later.
Local doctors now warning about a new strain, subclade K, and say it's time to bring back the basics. Wash your hands, cover your coughs and sneezes, and stay home if you're sick.
Looking at the last 3 weeks, what we've had here in Oklahoma, and then looking at the states around us, my guess would be that we're in for quite a bit more influenza.
And as your kids head back to school, local districts are also asking you to keep sick children home. OKCPS says if they have a fever of over 100 degrees, have a persistent cough, and uncontrolled symptoms that keep them from learning. And the state updates the flu numbers every Thursday. Of course, we're going to continue to monitor this closely. Reporting live in Oklahoma City, Megan.
This flu season is...
So also with that iodide nasal spray, I've seen a lot of people on TikTok talking about that same stuff that pharmacist was talking about. Listen, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, and I'm not a pharmacist. So I'm just trying to give you some ideas on what can help you.
Proving to be a severe one, and a new variant is spreading quickly. It's known as subclade K, and health experts say it's driving a rise in illnesses and hospitalizations across the country. Joining me now for more on the variant and what to look out for this flu season is HERS Chief Medical Officer, gynecologist, and women's health expert, Dr. Jessica Shepard. Dr. Shepard, it's always great to see you. Let's jump right in with this particular strain of the flu proving to be quite a challenge. Talk about whether this is more contagious and why it's such a problem now.
Yeah, what we've seen for this one is that they've actually called this new variant the super flu. And the reason why we're calling it super flu is not necessarily the intensity of it, but it's how quickly it's being spread. And so when we look at hospitalizations, that's another reason why we look at how active is this. And for a very high flu activity, we are seeing much more increase in actual admissions to the hospital, and that's only increasing every week. And we've also had 8 pediatric deaths from the flu this season. So the important part, like always, is to understand the importance of the flu and make sure we talk about vaccines. And then looking at the actual states that are going to have some of the highest flu activities, which is Colorado, Louisiana, New Jersey, New York, and South Carolina. And that's according to the CDC.
And this current flu shot, talk about how effective it is and how it stacks up against this strain of the virus.
Now, we have seen a little bit of a mutation with this particular virus. So it is important still that even though flu vaccines are never perfect, they're not typed exactly to take care of that variant. But what it does do is add a layer and a barrier of protection, not only for the individual, but when we're looking at the community and how to decrease spread. This is, again, the importance of vaccines is that we're really trying to decrease the spread in a community.
And should everyone still get the vaccine? Is it too late in the season? And then what parts of the population are more at risk?
Yeah, let's actually talk about the risk. The population that is more at risk is going to be your younger pediatric cases, and then your older, and those also who have immunosuppression. So those who already have some illness on top of that. It is never too late to get the flu vaccine. Even for me personally, I was a little bit later in the season, but I still got the flu vaccine because the flu season actually extends way into next year. So again, it is never too late to get the flu vaccine.
Dr. Shepard, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Whit.
I just try to
For
share
more on the
things
rising
with you.
flu
Hold
numbers
on.
and what
Get
you
out
can
of there.
This flu season is
Ugh.
proving to be.
Get out
Yeah,
of
guys, and we know this.
We'll just stop right there. The thing is what might work for one of us might not work for the next. So with that said, I appreciate everybody sharing your stuff, because we all have different immune systems and different things work for us. So if you have a remedy that works for you, share it. It might work for somebody else in our family here. For sure. Because you just never know. I don't want to see anybody sick, and I damn sure don't want to get sick either. I know Hawkeyes has been sick. Me and Journey, we did pretty good about not getting sick, but we have not had the kids around. It was just me and her, Journey, and Rick for Christmas and New Year's. And now granted, we did go to the casino. We could have got sick there. If you're going to be out in the public, maybe get some of that iodine nasal spray to keep you from getting sick, because you're going to breathe in everything. Okay. And that's why he says to use that spray. So it's just a little something else. This wasn't in Oklahoma, but this is a case that's really kind of been bothering me. Has anybody heard about the dentist and his wife that got murdered and their kids were in the house? Really sad deal out of Ohio. Let me see if I can't find that. They've dropped some more stuff on it today. And it was just crazy. Let's see here. Law and Crime did a thing yesterday on it, but it's 28 minutes. I'm not going to do that. See if I can find you the story, and then we'll do the updates, okay? Tried to do the story without... here's a 13-minute one, so we'll just go there. We'll go there and share that one.
And breaking right now, 2 people are dead after a shooting at a home in Wineland Park. We just learned in the last 20 minutes that 2 young kids were inside when this happened. This is developing along North 4th Street near the intersection of East 8th Avenue. Our Nick Veland is there. And Nick, what else have you learned?
Yeah, Kurt, well, like you mentioned, police are telling us that 2 adults are shot and killed inside this house, and 2
no
kids
gun
were inside
found,
at
so
the
not
time.
a suicide
They are
murder.
unharmed. We're going to show you exactly what this
Hey,
scene is looking
Christopher,
like at this
see you on
moment.
Rhonda's.
But police said they were called this morning
Rhonda's
just before
account.
10 a.m.
That's
on a
Christopher,
wellness
guys.
check. When they were able to get inside, they found 2 people dead, at least 1 having multiple gunshot wounds, and this includes 1 male and 1 female. Now, police do not believe this was a murder-suicide. And like I said, there were also 2 kids inside the house when police arrived. They were unharmed, and they were helped by a therapy dog right away. Now, there are still a lot of unanswered questions as to what exactly happened, but we did ask police, should neighbors in the area be concerned?
2 individuals are deceased inside a residence from gunshot wounds. Like I said, I can't tell you right now if this is a random act of violence, if this is a directed act of violence, or if it's a murder-suicide. So unfortunately, yeah, I can't tell you if there's a suspect currently out right now. I don't have that information. So that's a lot of questions still out there. It's very early for us to try to answer those right now.
Police say this does not appear to be a murder-suicide. They also say there were no signs of forced entry and no gun has been found. Officers were called to the home for a welfare check, where they found the 2 bodies.
The dentist didn't show up for work
because they hadn't heard from their employee. Didn't show up for work, and they were just concerned that maybe something was wrong with their employee.
Police also found 2 children inside the home, both under the age of 6 and both unharmed. People who knew the homeowners stopped by throughout the day. One person who did not want to go on camera described them as kind and said their heart breaks for the children. All of this unfolding in a dense residential neighborhood, leaving neighbors shocked.
My heart just goes out to them. That's terrible to hear that happen, especially so close. It is a little bit worrying, but all I can think about is those kids.
Okay, I see your comments in the chat, but tell me this. You're saying a hard freeze. How come the flu's always worse in the winter then? Yeah, we've had 68 weather, but every year it seems like the flu's worse in the winter. So if a hard freeze is going to kill it, then how come every winter that's when the flu really kicks up?
Ethan Garcia, who lives just steps away, says he didn't hear or see anything unusual in the days leading up to police finding the 2 bodies.
I didn't hear anything at all. I was even outside last night at around 8:30, I'd say, and I didn't see or hear anything at all.
Police say this investigation will take time, but nearby security cameras may provide crucial evidence. Until then, neighbors say they're on edge.
Pretty concerned right now, a little worrying because, I do have a family at home and I want to make sure they're okay. Could be random. That's kind of my biggest fear.
The Athens Dental Depot opening at 8 a.m. The first call to Columbus police went out at 9:03.
This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
The owner of Athens Dental Depot, knowing something was wrong.
Like, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. And I just don't know how else to say this. Like, we're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
At 9:22 a.m., an officer arrives at the home, reported no one answered. Several employees of Dr. Tepe continue driving to the house to check on him. At 9:57 a.m., a friend asked for police to return because he could hear children inside of the home. At 10:05 a.m., a frantic call to police saying he could see Spencer's body inside, laying next to a bed. Police soon returned, finding Spencer and his wife Monique dead and 2 children who were unharmed. New records released Wednesday reveal Spencer was shot multiple times. Monique was shot at least once in the chest. The Tepe family shared the couple's 2021 wedding video with ABC6 and Fox 28, showcasing one of the happiest days of their lives.
Mr. and Mrs. Tepe.
Exchanging vows inside of their North 4th Street home. They were just a month away from their 5-year anniversary. A small memorial starting outside of the home as investigators confirm 2 children were found unharmed inside. It is unclear just how long those children were inside of the home with their deceased parents. Those who worked with Spencer at the Athens Depot are remembering him. On Facebook, they posted about celebrating his birthday just weeks ago on December 9th. We also talked with Dr. Mark Valrose, who owns the practice.
There was no weapon.
He tells me,
They couldn't find a
quote, "We are
weapon."
deeply saddened by the sudden passing of our colleague and..."
So, Long Crime, I'm going to show you, and I'll link it in the chat so you can go look at it later. Long Crime did a really long one last night. It was really good. But one thing that the news that I've seen hasn't said it yet, the bullet casings was still on the floor. So you're going to have fingerprints, hopefully from the bullet casings. Also, right outside their door is a Ring camera. Also, right on the corner there, right outside their house, is a CCTV camera. So they've got stuff. They're just not releasing it. They're keeping it pretty close to the vest, it sounds like.
Friend, Dr. Spencer Tepe. Our heartfelt condolences are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. We appreciate the community's thoughts and prayers.
The Tepe story has gained national,
Exactly.
even international attention.
I agree.
We've tried to talk directly with Columbus police, but they tell us they have nobody available to answer our questions on camera. Now, homicide detectives are asking for the public's help. 4 friends carrying flowers and a soccer ball, keeping the memorial alive outside the North 4th Street home, where Spencer and Monique Tepe were found brutally shot to death Tuesday. Their 2 young children found unharmed inside. Unlike Tuesday morning, the crime scene tape and police cars that were parked outside are now gone. But we did see police doing guard duty at 2 homes belonging to relatives several miles away. Those relatives didn't want to talk to us, and neither does Columbus Police, who told us, since this is an active investigation, we have no updates to provide at this time. Earlier this week, a CPD spokesman told us detectives were hoping the cameras around the Tepe's house and on the street would point them to a suspect. But now, days later, homicide detectives are asking for help. They need anyone who may have video, photographs, or digital evidence, including suspicious individuals or vehicles from Tuesday, December 30th, between midnight and 9 a.m. to reach out to them. And the request covers more than just the couple's block. It's a huge area that covers Summit Street, North Grant Avenue, East 7th, and East 11th Avenue. Officers found no obvious signs of forced entry, and no gun was found at the scene. The Tepe's children, ages 4 and 1, are now in the care of relatives.
We're getting a better look at who Spencer and Monique Tepe were. Their family sending us a lengthy statement. They called Spencer a devoted and proud father, a loving partner, and a friend to everyone he met. They say he was warm, intelligent, and endlessly welcoming. Spencer was an OSU graduate, member of the American Dental Association, and fluent in Spanish. Their family says he was deeply committed to serving others, giving back through big brothers, big sisters. Sports was also a big part of Spencer's life, being a huge fan of the Bengals
Very
and, of
sad. I
course,
agree.
the Buckeyes. They go on to describe Monique as a loving, patient, and joyful mother whose warmth defined her. She had a background in childhood education. Monique was also a baker.
Mr. and Mrs. Tepe.
Their family shared this video from their wedding. They also say Spencer and Monique shared a beautiful, strong, and deeply happy relationship. They loved to travel. They were proud parents of their 2 children and their beloved golden doodle.
Spencer Tepe worked at the Athens Dental Depot. They put out a statement to their customers saying it is with heavy hearts that we share the sudden passing of our dear colleague and friend, Dr. Spencer Tepe, as well as his wife, Monique. He will be deeply missed by our team and the many patients he cared for over the years. Our thoughts and sincerest condolences are with their families and loved ones during this very difficult time.
The Columbus Police Department is now asking for your help in trying to solve the murder of Spencer and Monique Tepe. At the QR code just to the side of me, that is what they want you to scan. They want you to send over any digital evidence you may have. That means photos or videos that were taken on the morning of December 30th between midnight and 9 a.m. That was the morning police found the bodies of the murdered couple shot in their home. Co-workers of Spencer Tepe came to the house after he never showed up for work. Police found the couple's 2 young children crying inside, their parents deceased. Nearly a week after the bodies were found, with no weapon at the scene or sign of forced entry, there is no suspect. On your screen is a map of the area. Police are hoping witnesses will come forward if they saw anything or anyone suspicious in the areas of Summit Street to Grand Avenue between East 7th Avenue to East 11th Avenue. As the family grapples with the loss of the Tepes, they're asking for help as well, creating a GoFundMe to help family members provide for the 2 children the couple leaves behind.
A potential person of interest. As the investigation nears its 1-week mark, police potentially getting closer to pinpointing a suspect. Columbus police believe Spencer and Monique Tepe were murdered on the second floor of their Wineland Park home between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m. the morning of December 30th. This video released Monday evening showing a man walking near the Tepe's home sometime within those 3 hours with his hood up and his head down. This is the only video released to media of any kind of evidence that could lead detectives to a suspect.
I still see, these images of Spencer, pictures that people are sending me, and it's like, he's not gone. There's no way he's gone. There's no way Monique's gone. Like that can't be possible.
Rob Misla says Spencer and Monique Tepe were two of the most admirable people in his life. Their family and the nation stunned as all eyes remain on the investigation.
And she just, started hyperventilating, and it took a minute to figure out, what was happening. And then from there, it was just like kind of an instant realization that all of our entire lives are never going to be the same again.
The Tepes would have celebrated their 5-year wedding anniversary in just a few weeks. Misla says their children, 4 and 1, are in good care of family, along with their family dog.
How do you tell 4-year-old that, she's never going to see her parents again? It's just awful, but we've been giving them all of our love.
Misla describing Monique as warm, charming, and strong. Spencer known as calm, steady, and kind. With funeral arrangements in the works, investigators following the case closely. No interview was made available to ABC6 on Monday.
We'd rather have it done right instead of fast. And we understand that these kind of things is a process, and there's, a lot of moving parts and pieces.
A loving couple, 2 young children left behind with plenty of unanswered questions.
And what is your message to the person behind this?
This person didn't just take 2 lives, right? They took a son and a daughter, a brother and a sister, an aunt and an uncle, cousins. And they obviously took 2 beautiful souls who are just lovely parents.
Now, a major question also still remains tonight. Why would someone do this? If you or anyone you know might have information to help investigators, you can stay anonymous. Reach out to Crime Stoppers at 614-461-TIPS or Columbus Police. For now, on your side, Aaron Simonek, ABC6 News.
I agree. Listen, us true crime people, we was watching it last night, me and Journey, and we had several different theories that we thought it's going to be interesting to see exactly how did somebody get in their house, and hopefully they can trace them casings they found. So sad. Yeah, so, I took it off. Crap. Law and Crime had I'm going to find it for you real quick. Law and Crime, dentist and wife killed. This is what we watched last night. Let's see here. Let me share it with you. And I'll share it in the chat so you have it for later. Okay. This one here is what we watched.
We have new information in the
Oh,
search
hold
for.
on. So he traveled a long way to go to work. So when his work counterparts were calling, they're not in the same town. So it wasn't like they couldn't just drive over there. And they sent the police there. Police knocked on the door and left. So a bunch of people that he worked with drove to the house, and they could see a body. They could see him laying in a pool of blood. And they go through every 911 call during this Law and Crime clip that is 28 minutes long. It's worth watching. Very worth watching. Yes, babies. It's sad. Had to be someone they knew because there wasn't, nobody broke in. It's horrible. But, it could be us. So, and a lot of times, listen, a lot of people, they watch YouTube. Might be somebody that's watching this channel and that's from Ohio and hadn't heard of it. Maybe lives in the neighborhood. So we're going to share them all. We're going to share them all. It's going to be interesting. We had some wild theories last night, me and Journey. That's for sure. Dog might run free. Who knows? Who knows? Anymore, or somebody you know, or a family member from what we've been watching in the crime world. Yeah. And did his door camera catch anything? Did this door camera catch anything at all? It's going to be interesting. I can't imagine you're in your own home, safe and secure, children tucked in bed, and this happens. It's awful. Yeah, I agree. I agree totally. Yeah. You know, I lock my doors, and I got cameras at the front and the back. You're welcome. You just never know. You might have a relative, or we might have somebody in our group here. We got several people from Ohio. You know, they might not see it somewhere else. Might not watch regular news. Listen, regular news can be very, how do I say this? Regular news can be very stressful. Whoever that done it, they knew what they was doing. Oh, absolutely. You didn't miss much, Black Opal. You really didn't miss much. But yeah, that's just, that could happen to any one of us. You know, you got to be careful who you let in your house. Listen, I'm bad about it too. I'm bad about, you know, distrusting everybody. You got to be careful who you let in your house. Christopher's got short Wi-Fi, so he's got to go, he says. That's okay. I'm getting up here. I'm going to watch the KU game. Lock your doors, please. Yes, love you. There was a story that I followed out of Great Bend too. I'm gonna have to find it. When I watch something and instead of changing the channel, it goes to something else. There was something in Great Bend the other day that I watched too. But it wasn't you, Christopher. You're safe. Yes, it's very scripted. Mainstream news is very scripted. It's very hard to watch. And it's always bad stuff. Always bad stuff going on. I'm getting an itch in my throat. You never know. Journey says they didn't know yet if anything was stolen. That's true. Justified says I got camera sensors and a gun in every room of the house. That's right. You never know if it's a person or wildlife. Sherry says I had to learn to trust my gut on people. I want to love and trust everyone. Me too. Me too. I agree with that. But sometimes you just don't know people like that. You can think they're a great person, and they're not so nice. Totally agree with that. Have a good night, Christopher. We'll go live again Thursday. I wasn't going to go live tonight because there's a big KU game that I want to watch. But I figured, what the heck, we'll go live for a little bit and then go from there. We always can't get to our guns in time either, Justified. Sometimes you just don't have enough time. That's right. And Justified's got a brand new grandbaby. It's a year old. You can't leave them guns around. We just had one here last week. A 4-year-old shot his sister. You can't just leave them guns around. Or if you've even got a lock on the trigger. Sometimes you get in a hurry and you just can't get to it quick enough. Yes, go KU. Well, I'm glad to see that you're doing better, Hawkeyes, for sure. Let's see here. At Black Opal, yes, it's WC. It's my favorite painting by Van Gogh. I don't even know. I highlighted it. You just, again, we got guns too. Sometimes you got to keep them put up. You never know where the grandkids are going to go to get a hold of them. Can't just leave them laying out in every room. I know you have gun safety, Justify. I know you're real good about it. Yes, bye, Christopher. We're going to see Christopher here real soon. I need to get with Christopher because it looks like we're going to leave on the 21st and go pick Christopher up probably stay in Dodge City and then head on to the Panhandle. So that's going to be the plan. And then anybody that wants to go, and I think Hawkeyes is going to go. Let's remember to keep Hawkeyes in our prayers. She's got a dentist appointment coming up. Hopefully everything goes well for her. Like to see some more of your paintings, Anne, for sure. Black Opal. Justified says, I keep them up and away from grandkids. I never get them out when they are here. Really don't want them knowing where they are. Well, you got to move that one from the front door, that big old shotgun. I don't know. I haven't been inside in a while, so you just never know. I know. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Hawkeyes. Absolutely, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Crazy Mama, good to see you. I've not been in a while, but what are your thoughts on the new Idaho 4 information that's all over TikTok? Well, Crazy Mama, my point is, Brian said he did it, so I pretty much walked away from it. I invested 2 years in the Idaho 4. When you got a guy that says he did it, I mean, who says they commit a murder when they don't? You know what I mean? So I pretty much walked away from it, from the Idaho 4. Now, I did watch Lana and the Pob the other day. They were live together. That was a pretty good one. I like to paint too, but I'm not very good at it. Not very good at it. Anyway, Crazy Mama, I need to catch up on some of it. It just seemed like, I'm going to be honest, seemed like a lot of creators. It turned into a money grab for them. And yeah, I'm just not for that. If you're giving us information that's worth watching, that's one thing. But if you're just carrying on with the Idaho 4 just to make money, I'm out. So to be honest, I need to catch up if there's some new stuff that's been dropped in the last couple days. I like to color pictures. That's right. Yeah, you just got to be really careful when you got grandkids and you got guns. Well, shit, anymore, you got to be careful if you got somebody staying in your house and you got guns. You don't want them to get a hold of it. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly the situation was with the dentist and his wife. Unless they're holstered. Do you run around with them in your holster? I mean, we're an open carry state too, but when I see somebody running around with it hanging on their hip, I'm like, really? Because a lot of people's just doing it for show. But you got to be careful when you're just running around with it on your hip too. You get sidetracked and somebody get a hold of that, you don't want to do it. Yeah, if you're out in the country and you're running around with it on your hip, that's one thing. If you're in the city and you're running around with the gun on your hip, I look at you funny. And yeah, we're an open carry state. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I will say that. Justified. Listen, her husband also was in the Air Force over 20 years. I can guarantee you that they are. I like giving her shit. Okay. I like giving her shit. But they are definitely. They know how to take care of their weapons for sure. Yeah, they do it here for a rat. You don't see him wearing them like a winter, just in the summer months. That's right. Eagle Stars and Stripes. Lana did a video, boots on the ground, and there are cameras everywhere. They have to have more video. Yeah, listen, she is one of my favorite. Is to watch Lana with Truth and Transparency. I think she does a really good job. I don't know. You tell me why Brian Kohlberger said he did it. I mean, nobody in the right mind would say they did it when they didn't do it. And it seemed to me, I thought he was innocent, honestly. Throughout the whole thing, I thought he was innocent. But what do I know? Black Opal says, see, if you're in Australia, no guns are allowed, not even self-defense. Aren't we lucky? Yeah, because all that does is it puts the guns in the hands of the criminals, just like what happened at that beach. That's so sad. That father-son that went and shot all them people in Australia. It's just horrible. Even a concealed and carry. You know, if you're running around in the city and you got your gun on your hip, you're going to look like a fool. In my eyes. I'm going to be looking at you like you're a fool. But yeah, it seems like when they try to toughen up on the gun laws, you're not going to keep the criminals from getting the guns. Even with a plea deal, though. I mean, he's going to spend his life in prison. Why would you say you did it if you didn't? So I tend to believe that he did it. Eagle Stars and Stripes. I meant on the dentist and his wife murder. Every house had a camera. Yes, they did. They sure did. And then you had the CCTV camera outside. So hopefully they'll get all that stuff. Black Opal, no, you aren't. The bad guys have them. And another kids at the police station, they're near Black Opal. Black Opal, yeah. I'm just saying, you're not going to be able to stop the criminals from getting them guns. So I'm all for our gun rights. Again, you take them away from the citizens, the criminals are still going to get them. So you got to have some type of defense. You got your stand your ground laws. You got a lot. Have they showed any video yet? Yes. Just of the guy walking. I'll show it to you real quick. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing better. I know you got another doctor's appointment, and I know you said the last surgery didn't work. We're going to be praying for you. Yeah, that's right. When guns are outlawed, only outlaws have the guns. That's for sure. For sure. Yeah, I just watched a little bit today. Let me see here. I'll show it to you real quick. Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm just going to play a little bit of this. Court TV's what come up, so we're just going to watch it. But we're not going to watch 47 minutes of it. That's for sure.
Very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
I can hear kids inside, and I swear I think I heard one yell. What's changed since the last person I talked to? There's a body. There's a body inside?
That's not the one we wanted.
Caught on camera, the chilling clue in the mysterious murders of an Ohio dentist and his wife. We'll show you the new surveillance footage that could be key to finding the killer. Plus, we're going inside the mind of a murderer. The couple's 2 children were spared, but why? We have a criminology expert on the show to weigh in. Plus, she won a new trial after being convicted of killing her mother. But will the Ohio Supreme Court agree? 2 lawyers representing Sidney Powell will join us live. And defendant Raul Valley was acquitted of a murder. Remember that? Well, he's going to be back in court this morning. We'll talk about what we can expect to happen in Connecticut. It's all coming up next for you right here on Opening Statements. Good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to Open Side. Now, Columbus police are releasing some brand new surveillance footage. Come to your screen. Take a look at this. This is a 30-second video. It shows a man who's described as a person of interest walking in an alley that was near the home of Spencer and Monique
they were deceased.
Tepe. This person you can see is wearing a dark hooded sweatshirt. The hood's pulled up, lighter pants. Detectives believe that the shooting happened sometime between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the upstairs portion of the couple's home. Officers discovered their bodies.
Well, there you go. They're saying that it happened between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Now, this dentist, he had to travel quite a distance to the dentist's office, and he was never late. And he didn't show up for work, and he didn't call in. They couldn't reach him, and they tried to reach his wife too, and that's when they started getting really concerned.
Some brand new surveillance footage. Come to your screen. Take a look at this. This is a 30-second video. It shows a man who's described as a person of interest walking in an alley that was near the home of Spencer and Monique Tepe. This person you can see is wearing a dark hooded sweatshirt. The hood's pulled up, lighter pants. Detectives believe that the shooting happened sometime between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the upstairs portion of the couple's home. Officers discovered their bodies last Tuesday after a welfare check was requested by Dr. Tepe's colleagues. The children, again, were unharmed. An official cause of death yet to be released by the medical examiner's office, but we know from what police have told us, this couple was shot to death. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this heinous crime and what's it going to take to catch that killer. Let's bring in our expert analyst. Let's bring in retired homicide detective Chief Chris Anderson and retired NYPD detective and the co-host of the Gold Shield Show, Tom Smith. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Let's look at that surveillance footage again together. And Chief, I'll start with you. Would you give us some analysis? Tell us your thoughts on the release of this and how this may be impactful for the case overall.
Well, yeah, thank you again for having me, Julie. And I want to offer my deepest condolences to the family who's lost 2 loved ones in this case and 2 kids who's lost their parents. So I always want to do that. But first off, seeing this video, it always makes me realize that the biggest asset that criminal investigators have are the public. So you see that this one camera is a Nest camera, and I'm sure there are other cameras around there. It'll be incumbent on the investigators to go back to those neighborhoods and completely scour those areas, which I'm sure they've already done, to make sure, because video evidence in this portion of the investigation is going to be key. So yeah, it just makes me realize how much of an asset it is for us as investigators to have the public's help.
Oh, definitely, Chief. And as far as the other things that investigators may be doing right now as we're having this conversation, Detective Smith, take us there if you would, please.
Yeah, they're doing a deep dive into both victims' backgrounds, their social media accounts, their past relationships, anything that has to do with anything involving their lives are going to be looked into, and also their relatives. You know, who else is involved in their lives, in their inner close circle? Because I think it's someone that's known to them. If you look at the video again, just mentioning it one more time and working off what the chief said, there's no better asset than the public. But you look at these videos and the last frame, Julie, I really want you to look at. He makes a movement of making it a point to cover his face even more. So to me, looking at that, he either knows there's a camera there, or I'm wondering if someone else is walking near him at that time that he makes that movement to cover his face even more than the other frame. So they need to really look at that one frame and the timestamp of it and see who else might have been there.
Oh, that's such a great observation, Detective. Thank you for that. You know, we know that there was no firearm found at the scene, so the investigators working this case determined early on that this wasn't a murder-suicide. We know that Dr. Tepe was shot multiple times, his wife shot once in the chest. Looking at that person in the surveillance footage, hard to tell if they're carrying a weapon, isn't it? Chief, your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, he's wearing a large coat. Looks like maybe it's some sort of loose clothing. So, yeah, you could never tell if that person is carrying a firearm, unless it's going to be a handgun. I'm sorry, some sort of rifle or something to that effect. But handguns is hard to tell. But, you know, look, reading over some of the work that's been done on this case thus far, I agree with my co-panelists that this is a very much targeted attack. And I think that there should be a lot of attention paid to the background and the history of this family, because that's going to say a lot. Whoever was there, their mission was to target these 2 people, not the kids, obviously, and they accomplished their mission. So yeah, but it's hard. It's extremely hard to tell whether or not a person is carrying a handgun, especially during the wintertime, where it's normal for people to carry or wear a large overcoat or something to that nature.
Right. Chief, thank you for that. Detective, I want to play this clip and I'll come to you on the other side. I know you've heard it. This is from the 911 call where the owner of the dental practice, who's in Florida physically, makes this call to 911.
Oh, it's muted. Here's that song, Balls and Buds. I made this for you and Clubber D the other day.
Step in the ring, it's Clubber D, no fear. Balls and Buds by my side, the crowd's all here. Jabs and hooks, rhythm like a thunderstorm. Knockout vibes, this is how legends are born. Hear the bell, feel the heat. Every punch moves your feet. Adrenaline rising, can't be denied. With Clubber D, we take it all in stride. Gloves up, fight hard, hearts on fire. Balls and Buds, we take it higher. Clubber D's in the zone, hear the crowd roar. Rock Chalk family, we settle the score. Slip the counter with the flash. Balls and Buds got the power, hear the clash. Round after round, sweat and pride collide. With every punch, our legacy won't hide. Bam! Pow! Rings alive tonight. Strike with honor, fight the good fight. In the corner we cheer, never alone. Clubber D and crew, we claim the throne. Gloves up, fight hard, hearts on fire. Balls and Buds, we take it higher. Clubber D's in the zone, hear the crowd roar. Rock Chalk family, we settle the score.
Yes, you can use it. I'll send it to you.
Boxing with the legends, can't back down. Clubber D and Balls and Buds run this town. Raise a fist, hear the anthem ignite. Rock Chalk forever, we own the fight. Gloves up, fight hard, hearts on fire. Balls and Buds, we take it higher. Clubber D's in the zone, hear the crowd roar. Rock Chalk family. We settle the score.
Yes, I will say I've got you on. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've got you on Facebook, Omar. So I will send it to Facebook messages. You'll just have to watch for it when I'm done with the live. I'll go send it to you. I made 2 of them. We're so glad to have you, Balls and Buds, in our family. And I wanted to do. You wasn't in here the other night, but Clubber D was, so I made you that song. I thought it turned out really well. Appreciate it. But yeah, you can use anything on my channel. Anything you want, you can use on my channel. Okay, back to this.
At 9 a.m. The practice opened up at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. he calls and says everyone is very concerned. Take a listen.
Just in case you're just now coming in, this is the case of the dentist in Ohio. And him and his wife was murdered with their 2 young kids in the house. The dentist didn't show up to work, and some employees drove to check on him and saw his body, and come to find out the husband and the wife was killed with the 2 young children in the house.
Did you receive information that he may have been involved in an accident, or?
No, ma'am. I just know that he is he is always on time, and he would contact us if there is any issues whatsoever. And he is horrible. I just don't know how else to say this. We're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
Detective Smith, would you weigh in on the timing for us, please? Do you find it at all strange that there was so much panic so early? I mean, we're not talking like 5 p.m. and nobody's heard from him all day. We're talking like only an hour into the day there.
Yeah, it varies case to case, but this individual, the victim, seems to be so on time with his life and so regimented that it raised a concern for his coworkers that he was even an hour late. You know, so that thankfully they did that, because that shortens the time frame that detectives have to work with the time of death or the time of occurrence. So I think it was very great that, you know, this individual took it upon himself to make that call, even in just an hour, because like I said, you know, it just shows the schedule of this individual. But the other thing of this, Julie, is who else knew his schedule like that? Who else knew the time he leaves and the time he's getting ready for work? And that goes back to, you know, the possible suspects in this case.
Exactly, Detective. On that point, we understand that the couple's home had one of those keypad locks that a code is entered in, and it's very easy to tap the lock button when someone exits, which would explain why that house was locked when police arrived for the checks. Chief, thinking about what Detective Smith just said, the idea that you want to look at the people closest to this couple for information. Tell us where you would be going today if you know, if it hasn't been done yesterday. Where might detectives be going, and who might they be wanting to speak to?
So, Julie, you know this better than anybody about me. I am always one of those investigators that I don't move to another subsection of the investigation until I've had as much information as I've gathered in this one section. There are certain things that have happened in this case that gives me a little bit of pause for concern, and they need to be addressed early on rather than waiting until after the person has been arrested. So the fact that they are witnesses who felt so concerned that, okay, this man is off of his regiment, it gives me a little bit of pause, because usually, look, okay, if a person is an hour late, you don't immediately jump to the conclusion that something has happened unless there has been some sort of indication that there has been a problem in the relationship, or there's been a problem outside of his household that he's let someone know about. So that's something that I would make sure I would want to tackle before I moved on. So I say all that to say this. The people that call this crime in are the people that I would interview multiple times to make sure that I understand everything about this victim and everything that they know about his relationships, about his the things that he's doing outside of work. I mean, these are things that'll have to be covered, because they're going to become a problem, or a lot more questions if there'll be a lot more questions once it goes to court if you don't tackle those issues up front. So stick with the people that are closest to him that can lead you to a better direction in the investigation before you move on.
Yeah, that is really helpful insight. Boy, oh boy, thank you both so much. I know we're going to continue the conversation on this case. For now, big thanks, Chief Chris Anderson, Detective Tom Smith. Thank you much. Friends at home, if you live in the Columbus area, you can call Central Ohio Crime Stoppers anytime. The number is right there on your screen. When we come back, we're going to get...
Well, I'm back. So I was trying to send that Balls and Buds. Omar, I was trying to send it to Facebook. It wouldn't let me. Do you have an IG? Do you have an IG? Because I'll send it through IG. Make sure you subscribe to Hawkeye's Journey and Balls and Buds. And if you have a channel, please share it in the chat. That's why you've got wrenches. That's why you all got wrenches, so you can share anything you want to share. KU Games just now coming on, so I got to go watch my Jayhawks, guys. Much love to everybody. I'm going to play this last song. And Omar, I'm going to figure out how to get that to you, because I made 2 for you. I did. I made 2 for you. Okay.
Yeah. Allen Fieldhouse lighting up tonight.
Love everybody.
Lawrence, Kansas, stand up.
Go Jayhawk.
This is Jayhawk basketball.
Hey, handle. Okay, I'll send it to you right now.
Let's go.
IG.
Let's go.
Okay, I'll get you your email too.
dancing in the house again. History heavy when we step back in. Man, it's tall when the ball goes up. Every seat shakes when the crowd gets loud.
I deleted your email because I don't want to send you crazy stuff. But I'll send it to you. Much love to you, baby. Hawkeye, Gorilla Girl, Black Hopeful, Balls and Bud.
Feel the bass,
we got Thomas and Greeley. Everybody, we will be live again Thursday, 7 o'clock. Tuesday and Thursday, 7 o'clock. Let's go.
Everybody move. When that whistle blows, we choose. Hard hustle every play. This is where the Jayhawks stay. Rock chalk, let it rise. Hear that echo touch the sky. Blue blood running through the floor. Rock chalk, stand and yell. Make this place a living hell all night long. You're cool. This is what the Jayhawks do. KU. 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 Yeah. Shot clock low. Cold blood 3. Bench jumps up. Crowd goes crazy. Every rebound. Every steal. Every drive just hits more real. Lockdown D. Force the miss. Fast break flash. Don't blink, you'll miss. Paint gets owned. Boards get fought. Every possession earned, not bought. Horn frogs push, but we respond. Pressure loud like a rolling storm. Every run beats a louder cheer. Jayhawk pride year after year. Clap it out, stomp the ground. Let them feel this Jayhawk sound. Heartbeat match the drum. Tell them where they've come. Rock chalk, let it rise. Feel that fire in your eyes. Blue and crimson on the night. Rock chalk, hear it roar. This house always wants more. TCU, hear the truth. This court belongs to KU. 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 Yeah. This ain't luck. This ain't chance. It's the work. It's the stance. Every legend wore these colors proud. Now it's our turn. Scream it loud. Rock chalk, never fade. Built on heart, not afraid. From the guy to center court, Jayhawks live, full support. Buzzer sounds, hands go high. Victory chants fill the sky. All together, old and new.